Well, hello and
The
everybody.
hour of our next victory rapidly approaches.
Larry
Let
Man
us blend
82
the
here.
galaxy of alien
You may have
speed.
noticed in the beginning a different little setup. We're going to be going over the patch. We just have the new patch drop, which has a big number of changes. I didn't look at the size because I didn't realize it download. My Steam just downloads it automatically for you. But one thing I just noticed when I was just kind of looking at the planetary layout, I want to show real quick, is they change. You can now see. Well, I mean, you could always see it, but the number of uh, uh,
Every mission brings
Helldivers
us
on every
one step
planet,
closer to the
and
full
now I actually added the
democratization of the
comma to
known
it, so
universe.
kind of easier to tell how many's on each planet. It's not a big deal, but I just happened to notice that. But so we're gonna go over the patch notes. In case anybody, well, they did some very weird things, like they nerfed the exploding crossbow. Um, I don't quite understand why they felt that weapon. That was the most shocking thing about the whole patch to me was the nerf of the crossbow. It's not a big nerf. I mean, well, let's just get into it. Just like who in I love Arrowhead. Don't get me wrong. I love this game, but who in Arrowhead is sitting there saying that exploding crossbow? That's just we need to nerf that, man. Like no one used it. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use it, except for the one time I tried it and it sucked ass, and I never used it again. I just don't get who thought that that was a necessity, but I don't know. And anyway, I digress. Let's get to the patch notes here. Hold on, this is new to me. The whole not the patch notes, but the whole recording, not the software. I always use the software. See the stick drift. But the way I'm recording it, instead of just the game capture, it's the screen capture. So give me a second here. So I can see my mouse. Oh, it's the game's lagging now, or no, it's my computer. I don't know. Okay, fine. Okay, now it's back.
Eco sweat.
Well,
With
there's
an
wish.
all-new formula containing
No, not that.
83%
This.
more sweat. Eco
Okay.
sweat. Don't just smell it. Live it.
Eagle sweat. I never heard that commercial before on. Maybe that's new. That was very weird. It was the TV on my ship. All right, so as balance changes, now the raise the flag, spread democracy mission is now available at higher difficulties. They said so. Hopefully, at least like 7 it goes up to, or 8 would be nice. I haven't really looked yet. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's go back here. Oh my god, where did it so long? Okay. So armors with armor rating above 100 reduce damage on headshots. So medium armor or light armor with extra padding, or 45, whatever the raised. But that's medium armor level. Medium armor rating is 100. And then if you there's, I think it's called fortified. It basically raises if it's a light armor, it makes the armor rating 100 instead of 50, because they're normally 50 at light, 100 at medium, and then 150 at heavy. So mediums are 150, heavies with it. I don't think there are any heavies with it that I know of, but a heavy with it would technically be 200. But anyway, so any medium or heavy armor now has reduces damage on headshots. Victory poses will only play for the extracted. No stolen valor on my ship. Burning damage reduced by 15%, so that's definitely a good thing. Now, this is where it gets a little weird. The exploding crossbow has a slightly smaller explosion, increased stagger, which is a good thing. But, okay, now you're going to notice this on almost every single weapon that they've touched. They've decreased the number of mags that you have on almost every gun. I don't know why, but they're also increasing. I guess they're trying to give us a reason more often to call in resupplies. It's going to require a lot more resupplies, or it's going to. I don't know. That's what I'm assuming. Because every gun they've decreased the number of magazines that we can carry. So that I've noticed. I didn't really look hard. I wanted to do it mostly on air, but I kind of just perused it quickly. But now they're increasing the number of magazines received from a resupply from 6 to 8. So basically, full. They're letting you get a full number of magazines from one resupply. A slight reduction in ergonomics. Ergonomics is like, from what I remember, I thought ergonomics was like comfort. So I don't get what they mean by that. It's like reduction in comfort. Oh, and maybe the way it moves. I don't know. Muzzle velocity increase. I mean, is my character going to be less comfortable carrying the gun? I don't quite get that. The Quasar cannon. Now this is kind of cool.
Reminder.
Wait. Oh no, the
signs of
Quasar cannon. No,
disloyalty
I
should
was
be
thinking.
reported to the democracy officer.
Yes, always report this disloyalty. Okay, the Quasar cannon increased recharge time by 5 seconds. Wow, I missed that. Increased recharge time by 5 seconds. Is that's what I'm thinking it is? Where it's gonna take longer between shots. Yeah. Okay. That sucks. To change. Well, I mean, I don't even use it really, so it's not. But I know a lot of people are going to be really upset with that one. Um, I generally use the. I said that like such a dick. I usually. I didn't mean it like that. I usually use the recoilless on bots where I see most people use Quasar. You know, the Quasar is kind of equal to the recoilless as far as like power. Um, so if you're looking for something different now because of the Quasar cannon, I would suggest recoilless. Um, that's personally what I would always use, and I like it. So the adjudicator, full. That's the new battle rifle that they added. They're moving into an assault rifle. Again, I'll reduce the recoil on it, which is pretty cool. So it looks like they're trying to make this more usable, which I'm happy to see, because it actually has it's medium armor penetrating. It just needed more ammo, and they actually increased the maximum mags on this one. So it looks like they're trying to get people to use it. And it's actually a good gun because it's got the medium armor medium armor. I needed more bullets in a clip. I felt, not more clips, but because you were like reloading this thing every fucking 2 seconds, especially at full auto. But it's strong, you know, because it's got medium armor penetrating. That's nice. You know, I only like to use medium armor penetrating guns. Um, and they reduced the recoil on it, and they placed it amongst assault rifles. Then the laser cannon actually got a buff. They increased the damage, and also increased damage versus large volume bodies. Oh no! I'm sorry, I read that totally wrong. Increased damage and then reduced damage. So it's like not going to take out hoaxes easier. Is what I'm guessing. You're not going to be able to take the Hulk down as quickly, and it was really good at that. I never did it. I don't know. I just didn't like the laser cannon, but I'm not a huge fan of the laser weapons. But except for the rover, but I will definitely like that when I play alone. Um, but yeah, I have seen people like just blow up a Hulk, so that kind of sucks. Again, people are not gonna be happy with that. Punisher plasma. Again, they're decreasing the maximum mags. Again, I don't know who wanted to nerf the Punisher Plasma. I don't know who uses it. Increase the amount of magazines received from resupply. You'll see that a lot. They're basically decreasing the mags, but increasing it to a full resupply. Um, which that's cool. I mean, you get resupplies often enough, but the problem is when you have that like one guy that runs off, which I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because sometimes in some missions you want people to do that, but and you know a lot of times 3 people can handle the major objectives, and one person goes off and gets sample collecting and stuff, which is great, but kind of sucks for them. If God forbid they call on a resupply, then the main team that might need a resupply has to wait 4 minutes. That's the only problem I see with that, but it's cool that they're doing that. I guess maybe they're trying to say, everybody stay together now. But I always liked having that one person go off and collect samples because that would get me samples, you know. Anyway, so they increase the amount of magazines, increase projectile speed, but it will still keep similar range. So okay, that's cool. So it hits faster. Decrease the damage fall off on the explosion. Okay, so it sounds like they're buffing that. They're trying to get they're trying to shake up. This is what they do in Dead by Daylight a lot. They try to shake up the meta, which keeps the game interesting. So a lot of people get upset, when the meta stuff gets changed, but they're doing it for a reason, to keep the game interesting. So I do understand why they're doing this. And now that's the Punisher class was now placed in energy weapons, which instead of shotgun, that definitely makes sense. Mark 12 Blitzer. I don't understand shots per minute, how that works, but I've only used it like once. But I've seen people use it on occasion, not often. But they're just it looks like it's going to be doing more damage. Then if they're increasing the shots per minute, I would assume that means it does a heck of a lot more damage. But here's the one that hurts my soul to the very core. The R-36 Eruptor, my absolute favorite gun. Decrease the number of mags from 12 to 6. Cut it in half. That just makes me That's too much. That's a lot less. And there's only 5 bullets in a magazine. That's only 30 shots. That's bad. That's really bad. Like they could have done like 8 or something. And I mean, 12 was a lot. You very rarely ran out of ammo with that gun. But so I can see that. But it's 6. Not happy with that. But okay. Explosion damage drops off slightly faster. I guess we'll just have to see in game what that's like. So the sickle decreased the number of magazines from 6 to 3. Wow! I don't use it, but I have friends that do. Again, that's not going to be as big of a deal, I guess, with the sickle, because you technically cannot ever use ammo on it if you just never let it get to full heat sink. But it happens. The last 5 scythe, which is just that garbage, and the laser energy gun next to the sickle, like the first one, that actually shoots a beam. Increase the damage on it. Again, like I said, trying to shake the meta up. So they're making that a little stronger. For not a big difference, I don't think. 300 to 350 doesn't seem like a lot. But, I don't know, again, with the damage numbers exactly how they correlate. So again, it's something you have to try. Maybe it gives us a reason to try the scythe out again, and then decrease the mags from 6 to 4. The railgun increased armor penetration in both safe and unsafe mode, but the stagger force is slightly reduced. Okay. I would have hoped they could have bumped the damage up a little bit, and then that would give us a reason to use the railgun. I kind of want to use the railgun. I like the railgun. I wasn't around for when it was super powerful, and I really enjoy. I like the idea of the railgun. The railguns are supposed to be ultra powerful anyway, and it's only a one shot. It's one shot, and then you have to reload it. It's one shot again. It's a quick reload though, but still, it should be pretty damn powerful, especially in unsafe mode. But so they're increasing the arm penetration, stagger force reduced. So it's not a big difference. I just wanted to see a buff to that gun. The heavy machine gun, they actually enabled a third-person crosshair, which is pretty cool. I always thought that was weird it didn't have one on them, but then I kind of understood it was like a heavy, but I don't know. Because the other 2 machine guns have it, why is this one not? But anyway, that's cool. They didn't do anything else to that gun. Now, the Diligence counter sniper, that's the full sniper. Again, ergonomics improved. I guess that's the way you aim it, because that gun was really slow to aim. It's just almost like the HMG emplacement. Well, not that bad, but if you've ever used the emplacement guns, the turning rate is really slow. Well, the counter sniper is not that bad, but it was slow. So I think that's what they mean by ergonomics. They're improving their turning radius, increasing the damage on that. Again, like I said, shaking up the meta. The Diligence, which was the first one, which was the one that most people liked more. I mean, at least me, and that's what I heard. I prefer the Diligence Counter Sniper. Increased the damage on that, excuse me, a little bit. So 112 to 125, and then the other one is 128 to 140. The Redeemer, that's the Uzi style. Oh shit, hold on. That's the Uzi style gun. Um, shit. Excuse me 1 second. I am so sorry. Actually, you know what? Okay, sorry about that. Alright, so the Redeemer, so it's gonna have increased recoil, which makes sense for that one. I really don't use it that often anymore. I used to be my favorite secondary, but now I kind of like the revolver, the Senator. They increased the damage on the regular pistol from 60 to 75, and they increased the damage on the Senator, which is the revolver, from 150 to 175. So I'm happy about that. Oh, and the speed loader. Oh, that is so cool. Speed loader added when reloading on empty cylinder. Speeds up reload on empty considerably. Oh, that is so awesome. So if you didn't know, if you didn't use the Senator, if you didn't have the Senator, it was just like the Punisher or the Slugger, where you load it bullet or slug by slug or bullet by bullet. It was like that, and everybody would joke like they want to have speed loaders for revolvers in the future, like you know. Um, but so now they're doing that. They're adding because you know in real life you could have a speed loader for revolvers, so they added that. That's very very cool. I did not notice that when I first perused through. Now the last 7 dagger, they increased the dagger increased the dagger on that. Increased the damage on that from 150 to 200. Sounds like a considerable increase. I guess 50 seems to be a pretty considerable because other things are only 15, 25. So a 50 increase must be pretty significant. Because you don't see much go like I don't think much goes above like 350. Well, I mean, like as far as regular guns. I think the highest I can think about is like the Breaker, like 450 or something, or 425. Anyway, maybe someone can correct me on that if I'm wrong, and I'll pin the comment. Last 7 dagger increased damage from 150 to 200, so that's like I said, 50 increase is nice. AR-19 Liberator, that's the original assault rifle, if I believe, and that is increasing damage from 60. And again, that's per shot, so you know that's pretty good. A 5 increase, I guess. Still, I would have always preferred it. That's light armor. This is also, but this has the knockback. So I don't know why you wouldn't use. Well, I guess you would use the concussive if you don't have it. But the damage is the same. Oh no, it's even more damage on the concussive. 65, and now the Liberator is 60, and the concussive has more knockback. All on the assault rifle. Draw 5 Dominator. That's the explosive gun that they made a major buff to last patch, or I don't know if it was last patch, but a few patches ago. Maybe it was last patch, I forget. They tweaked it down a little bit, I guess. I don't really use it. I use in the situation where I would use the Char 5 Dominator, I prefer the uh, the plasma shotgun, not the Punisher plasma, the arc the I can't remember the name of it, but I keep wanting to say Spaz, but it's not Spaz. It's I'll look it up for you. But anyway, the Jar 5, it's similar to the Jar 5 Dominator. The guard dog. Now that's not the laser one. This is the assault rifle one. They decreased the damage by 30%. Again, everybody used the laser one, so if they were trying to shake up the meta on that, they missed the bullet there because no one uses the like a guard dog, they use the guard dog rover. So they decrease the damage on the guard dog. Real big nerf on that one. Now the airburst rocket launcher. This seems good. I don't know about the proximity radius thing. Reduce proximity radius. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what it means, but I don't know what it means in relation to the gun. Airburst rocket launcher will no longer detonate when shot near. That's good. So I'm not going to blow up in your face like it was doing. Which is maybe what they meant by that thing they put out the other day that we're getting like the word we had the bad version. I don't know. In stratagems, they increased the regular machine gun sentry, I guess to give people a reason to use it. Because why would you ever use that over the Gatling? And like it's just a worse Gatling. You know? So I guess because it's the weakest sentry, they decided to increase the health on it. The Tesla Tower increased the health on that, which is good because it would get knocked over by a charger or shot by a bot, you know, almost instantaneously. And they made the spear. they they made the spear reload stage. Oh no, I read it wrong. I feel like a jackass now. Added reload stage. Reload after spent. What? Added reload stage. Reload after the spent missile. I don't use the spear, so maybe that's why that doesn't make any sense to me. But did they add a reload stage? Oh, after the spent missile has been discarded. I thought they were saying the reload stage was discarded. Okay, so they added a reload. Okay, so yeah, they did do what I thought they did. I didn't read it wrong. They added a reload stage to it. So they made the reload longer on the spear. I don't know anyone that even uses the spear. So again, okay, maybe if they had buffed it, that would then or made it work. I don't know. I've never gotten that gun to work really. I found it on missions a couple times. I think I took it on a mission once, and it was just it would just lock on to random shit, or it just wouldn't lock on to anything. It would lock on to something like 20 miles away or nothing. But I think I knocked over a spore tower, blew up an automaton sentry from like half the map. But that was like it. That was the only thing I ever done with it. And then enemies, the Devastator fire rate slightly increased. That was a big one. But that's only the Devastator. So those things that they like, But no, that's more the heavy Devastators with the shield and stuff, more than regular Devastators. So, and then the Hulk Scorcher direct flamethrower damage reduced by 20%. Awesome, they listened to us about that. Hulk's force require them for stagger increased slightly, that makes sense. The Biosphere or Nursing Spear's move speed has been reduced pretty good, so they're tweaking the enemies down a little bit as well. Gunship's sideways movement slightly increased. Alright. Scout Striders, Riders, now less vulnerable to explosions. Fuck! Less vulnerable. Yeah, fuck. Damn it. That's like how I kill them. With the whatever, I can't remember, the Scorcher. The Scorcher. I could not remember the name of it. The Scorcher, you could shoot him right in the faceplate and it would kill him. I bet you that doesn't work anymore. I hope it still does, but it was because it was like there's a tiny bit of explosion behind that shot, and that would I think that would I don't think it shot through the faceplate. I think it just made a little explosion which killed the rider. I bet you that's not going to work anymore. Which everybody that uses the Scorcher knows, and we all love. That's like the main reason that we use that gun. Every person I've ever seen that uses that gun against bots, that's like the reason. We can shoot it. You should shoot it. The AT-ATs guy, got little rider guys right in the faceplate, kill him. And everybody says about that gun. And it's a great thing. Fog generators' health, armor increase, and gunship spawners now have a much lower cap on how many gunships they can have active. Oh, okay, so there's not going to be a billion gunships out at the same time, so they're going to have less out at the same time, but they're going to be more deadly. And then fog generators' health and armor increase. I'm assuming they mean spore spewers? But why wouldn't they just say spore spewers? Why would they say fog generators? I don't know, that's strange. Unless there's a fog generator on a automaton map, because these seem like all time. No, files. I don't know. I don't know what that means. If anyone can answer in the comments, I'm assuming they mean spore spewers. I've never seen any kind of fog generator on a bot planet before. Yeah. So here's they added. I'm just gonna go through like the important thing. Patrol spawning has been increased for when there are fewer than 4 players. Oh, increased. Wait, patrol spawn. Oh, so the way they. Wait, okay. So let's read this from the beginning. I didn't notice this. Patrol spawning has been increased when there are fewer than 4 players. The fewer the players, the bigger the change. So for 4-player missions. Okay. This is for how many people are in
It
the
doesn't
mission.
matter who you are or where you were born.
So for 4-player missions,
Citizens are equal
there
in
will
the
be no
eyes of
change
freedom,
compared to before.
which is why Super Earth's
The
most
biggest
patriotic
noticeable
minds
change will be for
instituted the
solo players
citizenship
at higher difficulty.
classification structure. Thanks to
Okay, so they're trying to
CCs,
make
we
it
can determine
like solo
exactly which
player, like
citizens
take
are
solo
the
players away.
most equal.
I
Continue your
guess
war efforts, and one day you too
because
could reach Class A
or solo.
citizenship.
Well, people are
CCS,
beating Helldive
fully
on
optimized.
by themselves on solo. So I guess they're trying to make that not happen. Yeah, that seems like okay. So by reading that, patrol spawning has been increased when there are fewer than 4 players. So it sounds like they're punishing when you have less than 4 players. That's a punishment. So they're gonna have increased stuff, increased patrol spawning. All right. Um. So that. Oh wait, shots that ricochet from heavy armored enemies will now properly hit the Helldiver who fired them. Trigger discipline is highly recommended. Oh, I didn't see that before. So shots that so when I shoot like I remember I used to always try hitting pokes in the face with my autocannon, and I would see the shots flying off. So shots that ricochet from heavily armored enemies, they're gonna hit you. So be careful at shooting heavy armored enemies because they're gonna hit you. Your own shots are gonna hit you. Okay. Added ambience to the tremor planetary hazard to underline the severity. So yeah, because it was like a no big deal. Like whenever I saw tremor on a planet, I'm like, oh, no big deal. The only time that it really mattered it was when you were being chased by a bunch of shit, and then it would suck. But other than that, it was like just wait it out. You know, it was no big deal. And then a bunch of fixes with crashes and stuff like that. Um, that you go over just reading it, you know, if you want to go over that. I'm not going to bore everybody with reading all that. Minor level generation improvements, how we distribute. So they're not the POIs, points of interest, are not going to be. They're not going to spawn. They're not. They're going to be a little closer together, I guess. They're going to improve the variation in distance between objectives, and objectives will not. Also, the objectives, not just points of interest. Okay, so minor level generation. This should improve variation in distance between objectives. So it's like, I guess they mean like not super big differences between the objectives, less running. I guess that's what they're trying to do, less running. And objectives will not likely spawn as far away from each other as up as before. So POIs will. Yeah, that's not. Okay, I thought it had to do with POIs. That's all about objectives. Objectives will be closer. It should be as far away. So they're trying to tone down all the running you have to do if you don't want to do it. If you just want to run in, complete the objective, which personally I like to do all the little things. But But if you just wanted to run it and take care of the objectives, it would be easier to do that. And that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed. It's a little different, but I hope you enjoyed it. And I will have some gameplay on later today, but this I just wanted to go over the patch notes. So get your news from your Admiral Larry Man 82 here. And if you're not a follower, please follow. I have gameplay videos every day. I also do some Dead by Daylight stuff. That's dying off. I am still doing it though for the people that just not as often. And that's about it. So please like and follow, and I will see you on the next video. Larry Man 82 out.